Dad Dash back here with another video. So today I'm out again, running another little mini lunch. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do tonight for dinner, so I'm trying to make as much money as I can. But I thought, you know what, I want to put a little video together, just talk about tips, tricks, and strategies that you can use when you're out here to try to make money that I've learned over like the last year and a half. So you know, I'm thinking to myself, somebody's new, somebody's starting out. What do you need to do? What do you need to look at? What are some of the first things you need to do? And the first thing I would say you need to do is learn your market. Number one, that is huge. You've got to take the time to understand your market. Use the maps as a guide. Use the hot spots as a guide, but understand that that is old information. And what do I mean by old information? What I mean is this: it's like when I talk to my sons about sports, right? And we, you know, we're Washington Commander fans, and you know, he gets excited when we pick up these players that, you know, they're trade for a player, we'll sign a player who's been good. And I try to explain to him and say, listen, unfortunately, we're signing him on yesterday's stats, so we don't know how good that's going to be. Now, we think he could be good, but we got to see how he does. We got to see how he fits in. There's a lot of different things. And the same thing is true with the hot spots on your map. That's old information. That's where orders were coming from. So it doesn't mean when you arrive there that there's still going to be orders there. But what it tells you is information for the future. So it's areas that you want to check out and vet and see how it is. You also need to understand too that other people are going to be going to those spots. So what you want to be constantly doing is figuring out, like, where do you get a lot of orders from? Where are areas that you've ended up at that you've seen orders start to come in? Where are orders not coming in at? Where are you getting the strongest orders? Because hey, you might get orders, but there's sections of my markets that I go to, and yeah, my phone's going off left and right, but it's $3, $4, $5 orders because you're in a section of town that's just not very economically stable. So people are either not tipping at all or they're just not tipping much. So learning your market, and I think that sometimes is a very big deal for people. They're not wanting to put a lot of time and effort into learning this because they think, oh, I must turn my app on and DoorDash does it all for me, or Grubhub or Uber Eats. And here we go. Prime example right now. This order, $4.25. You know, I'm in a section of town right now that, you know what, it's not good over here. This is, I know, I'm going to, and there it is.
Restaurant has been declined.
That's the second thing that you need to invest in, is getting the Maximo app and the driver utility app. Greatest investment you will make. I stand by that because it will take a lot of stress off you. But first thing is you got to learn your market, because you need to understand what parameters. Those apps are as good as the parameters you put in them. But I will tell you this, it works very well. It takes a lot of stress off of you. It keeps the orders that are not going to meet your minimum standards, it takes them away and keeps them off your screen. I always keep a 10-second delay because sometimes there's certain scenarios that I want to override, and I always want to have the ability to override. You just never know. So I always want to have the ability to at least take a look at it, and then, you know, I have 10 seconds to override it or just let the app take care of it. But the second thing, first thing is learn your market. Second thing is invest in an app. Invest in the apps that are available to you to help make your life easier. Hurdler is the one I use to track all my income, all of my mileage. It's excellent. I love it. I've tried different ones out there. I tried a whole bunch of them when I first got started, and Hurdler was the one I really liked. I liked its interface. I liked the way you could interact with it, and I've got it down now to where I have my own calculations versus Hurdler's calculations, and in the end, I think it all works out pretty well for my taxes and everything like that, and I have everything I need. I did my taxes last year on all of my Hurdler data, and it went well so far. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But you want to utilize apps that can help you. Make sure you go out, and even if you're doing this part-time, track your income, track your miles. Use these apps to make your life easier so that you can just pick up and go, and you can know that once you turn all these things on and you have your I have auto and mileage tracking on Hurdler, and my miles are being tracked. And of course I keep my own tracking, and I compare against it, and I want to make sure I have as much accurate information so that if I got an audit at some point for some reason, I don't see why the IRS would be worried about the little bit that I'm paying in taxes. If someone at the IRS decided they wanted to flag DoorDash and go audit me, I'm going to have a lot of data to bring to them to support what I filed on my taxes, and that is very, very important. Third thing you want to do is invest in a Dashcam, and also develop your security protocols. Dashcam number one, always have a Dashcam. I can tell you right now, there's been a couple of incidences that I've utilized the Dashcam footage and sent it into the apps, and it was absolutely game-changing and life-saving. So invest in a Dashcam. I cannot say more than that. 2, download on your phone. iPhone has it, Android has it. It's a timestamp app. The driver utility app has a timestamp feature in it. It does not have the video feature. I download the timestamp app simply because I want to be able to take a video of everything I'm doing. It's kind of akin to a body cam, and I'll have that camera running. I'm not worrying about taking grade A studio footage. I just have it running, capturing the conversation at the door, capturing what's going on. I'm not necessarily sticking it in their face, but I'm also not worried if they see that it's on. And if they want to inquire why it's on, I'd let them know it's for my own personal protection. And it's as simple as that. And most people understand. You're walking up to a stranger's door, have it on. And that way, if something goes on, I can easily send that video out to my wife, my kids, whatever, and make sure that they know something just happened, and they're getting it from dad, and right away, bam, they can have, start tracking my phone. I have phone trackers on for me. My personal phone has Find Me, which is always in my car. So therefore, even if something happened at a customer's door, my family's going to be able to track me through Find Me and get somebody out to help me right away. They all know if something happens, I'm going to send them a message through my work phone, whatever phone I'm using, and they know they already have those numbers in their phones, so they know, hey, this just came from dad. And yeah, those are just a little security protocols that you want to do, because the bottom line is there is a little bit of risk. There is a lot of risk, I guess, in a sense, depending on where you're working in what we're doing. We're going to people's homes to drop off groceries, to drop off food, and there's a bit of danger that goes along with that, because somebody could just decide, I want to rob you or do something that's unsafe, and we're kind of at their mercy. But we don't have to be, right? We can figure it out and try to get help as soon as possible. So that's the third thing. Develop your security protocols. Get your stuff, dash cams, timestamp apps. If you really want to go to the next level, I haven't done it yet, get a body cam, but I would still recommend using the timestamp app, so you could very quickly send that video of whatever's transpiring, and someone can see that you're in trouble and send it right on out. 4th, make sure you get hot bags, all right? Don't just use the hot bag that DoorDash sends you. Get decent hot bags. Get a catering bag, get a pizza bag. Make sure you have all the bags that you need to cover all the things you're going to be doing. If you don't have the proper bags, don't take the orders, okay? That is one way you will get your ratings in the dumps, is if you're delivering cold food, or if customers are seeing you exit your car without their food in a bag. I always make a point, because I don't always carry it up to the door, especially if it's a big pizza order or something, but I will make a point, in case the customer's observing, to put that bag on the top of my car so they can see that I'm getting their food out of a hot bag that's come out, or I'll go back to the trunk and make sure that they can see that hot bag is in there and that it's visible. And I always start running my personal camera at that time as well, just in case I ever got a complaint. I could say, hey, look, here it is. I showed you. I got their food right out of the hot bag. I don't know what they're talking about, if they're going to say that I don't have it. But hot bags are very important to customer ratings. 5th thing I would talk to you about and suggest is communicating with the customer. Very important. I was carrying around a 5-star rating for about 3 months, and one of the reasons why I believe I was because I did a great job of communicating with customers always. I have put that at the top of the list if there's something going on with their order. Now, I also keep it within reason. I mean, we are food delivery people. This is not the most vital thing that they've ever experienced. So therefore, I'm not pushing myself on them and going, hey, look, let me just bother the heck out of you about every little aspect of your order. No, I keep it to pertinent things that they need to know, because I understand their time is as valuable as my time is. And, that's just what it is. You just got to make sure that you respect their time and they will respect your time, and keep them absolutely informed on everything that's going on that deviates from what their app is going to tell you. The sixth thing I will tell you kind of ties into that customer service aspect. Maybe I should have put it in there first, and that is try out every app you're working as a customer. Understand the customer experience. It's so important that you do that, because you will know what information they have and don't have, and then that will tell you that you're not information dumping on their phone, letting them know about things that their app is already informing them. The apps do a great job of telling them about when you've arrived, when you've left. So some of those things you don't necessarily have to do. You can introduce yourself. Hey, I'm your driver for this order. I'll keep you informed about anything that's going on. Thanks so much for the business. Look forward to serving you. Have a good day. Keeping it very simple and very easy and very, just clean. But don't get carried away. Give that introduction text and then leave it. And that way they just know you're there. If they never hear from you again, that's okay. And then you have the opportunity on the exit when you're processing out the order. I always take the opportunity to type in a little exit. Thanks for the opportunity to serve you. Have a great evening and enjoy your food. And in hopes that that's going to, especially on apps like Uber Eats, where they can change your tip after the fact, and I know they're going to get that opportunity because I've been an Uber Eats customer. I know what they're going to see at the end of the app. I want to make sure that I get that last opportunity in there to say, hey, I hope you enjoyed everything, and they say, at least this guy's a nice person. Even maybe there was an issue with their order, but they say, hey, I don't want to punish this guy. He seems like a nice fellow. And sometimes I've been tip baited. It doesn't always work, and that's okay. But it's worked, in my opinion, enough of the time that I do it. So I would recommend beginning, end, communicate to the customer, and then keep the middle lean as it needs to be, and it's whatever you need to let the customer know. Again, don't get carried away. I think some drivers get carried away and they're like, I'm communicating with my customer, I'm doing all this stuff, and people are just like, dude, it's food delivery. People are like, it's not that important to me. Like, I don't need to have 7 texts about everything that's going on. You're trying way too hard, and then you start annoying the customer, and then something goes wrong, and then they're already kind of frosty. They just want to keep, like, it's professional, man. Like, and the other thing is they're just like, you're telling me stuff, the app is telling me stuff. They just get overwhelmed, and people are funny. And I've been in a customer service environment for almost my entire career. I was in the financial industry, which is the ultimate in customer service, and customer service was what sold the ability for us to help our customers out. And I know customers can be really finicky sometimes, and they don't necessarily react the way you think they're going to react. And you got to really manage that. So anyways, guys, those are a few tips. If you're new, I'm sharing with you. Do those things. Make sure you're doing those things. If you've been doing it for a while, make sure you're doing those things. If you're unhappy with some aspects of things, make sure you're doing these things. Now, these are more tips of just setting things up. So this is not really like a tips and tricks, how to earn money or nothing like that. It's just things you should be thinking about, things you should have in place to ensure your safety, to ensure that you're getting the best customer ratings and you're getting the best customer experience. So guys, thanks for watching today. Like I said, I just want to jump in here with just a short little video, just talking about some of these things. I'm sitting here waiting for an order, trying to figure out what my next move's going to be. I've got $42 on the books so far today. I'm hoping to clear that $100 hurdle before I have to quit, but we'll see. I only need 58 more bucks, so we'll see what happens and see what the future holds. Guys, I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you are new, if you're not yet subscribed and you're watching, I hope I've earned your subscription today. If I have, hit that subscription button, hit that subscribe button, and help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and help me keep building this channel out so that we can communicate and network together and get better. So guys, listen, stay profitable, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.